Yeah, get that posted for us so that we can work on all that, please. All right, so we're just going to jump right in, and I'll address all the questions as they come along. Um, yeah, that's about how we're going to do it. And I'll give y'all the kind of where we plan on seeing everything going with Revolution and all that, kind of at the end as well. All right, so I got a few questions that have been asked already on the forums. I was hoping y'all would have a whole lot more for me. I actually woke up quite a bit early just to have all these answered and ready for, but we'll see. All right, so the first one, Roger Bloomsdale asked, how feasible would it be to meet the demands for more player slots? I'm sure you're aware the competition is on the way, offering more than 24 slots, and the general consensus is that 24 slots just isn't quite enough for an RP server. I think meeting the demand is more important to satisfy the community. Is it possible in the short term? So, the short term, the short term answer, or the short answer is no, it's not possible at the time. The 24 player limit is completely out of our control. It's strictly on the FiveM side. They're currently trying to get the limit up to 32 players or 64. I don't remember what it is right now. I believe they're under the belief they can get way more than 64 once the framework works. They're working on something called OneSync right now, and when it does become available, it'll be available on all FiveM servers. We're already working on our code to make sure that it'll be ready whenever that gets released and everything, and we'll start bumping up the count. We'll probably do it since we have 3 servers. You know, one server goes up to 32, one goes up to 46 or 48, something like that. And we'll just make sure we'll find that sweet spot that works good for the servers, because what's likely to happen is the code will work, but maybe not as good as they think it will, and it might need some more tweaking. So we'll find that sweet spot, and we'll keep working with the FiveM developers as we have been, to help them out build the code that they need and get the bugs fixed. They've been using our servers recently to really test things out. So, yeah. But yeah, that's the competition may have higher slots, but it's not on FiveM. There's GTA Network that doesn't have AI, which is a killer for a lot of people for some reason. I don't mind that much. It just feels like an empty world to me. There's FiveMP that doesn't have it, but they're vastly underdeveloped compared to all the other major mods like GTA Network and FiveM. And then there's a few others out there as well. Most of them don't have AI though. All right, let's see. His second question was, there's this distinct lack of things, quote, to do that don't involve moving trucks around the city. This leads to people forming big, boring blobs in front of the bank that don't really offer much in the way of RP. A lot of ideas have been tossed around as to actual jobs, but I'd like to ask about more things that let players directly RP themselves, such as additions to the new nightclub. So the what I'd say is, I do have an understanding that there are blobs of people hanging out. I've seen that too. A lot of this comes from people glitching money or accepting glitched money. I personally am reviewing the account history of anyone who has a lot of money or a lot of vehicles and everything like that. I gave everyone a week's notice to get them to notify us if they did have glitched money. 2 people came forward. 2. That's it. Uh, that's it. Like, so so people are starting to get their accounts wiped now. Further, we have someone working on an ACP that's nearly done with it, and it'll give our ability for all staff to to view the history of all accounts, all history. And so we'll actually have automated functions that detect all sorts of different ways you can get money, or all sorts of detections for money glitches. And that will allow us to really nail down who's been doing it. And what's going to happen is, since we're still in development, all you're going to do is receive an account wipe, and you'll be on the watch list that, okay, we're going to be double checking you in the future. And if it happens again, then you're going to be barred from playing here forever. But yeah, so that's a lot to do with why people are blobbing so much. Because before that, before these glitches started happening, or before they were discovered really, people weren't doing it very much. They're out making money because a lot of people were complaining that it was too difficult to make money. Now, so many people glitched and everything and didn't report it and didn't turn themselves in. They're just blobbing because they have no money. And so they kind of did this to themselves, essentially. A lot of people did this to themselves. They accepted glitched money, whether or not they knew it. And now everyone has money because it was given out, and the economy's been greatly saturated with money that shouldn't exist. So that's what's happened. But yeah, let me keep on answering that question. We've known of these glitches for some time. We got most of them patched or in the process of being patched. Some that aren't quite patched yet, I've gone ahead and disabled them. So if you see one in game right now that isn't patched that you know of, do let us know immediately. You can even let us know in the question form that is being posted in the TeamSpeak channel. And what we'll do is we will get those disabled until we can review the bugs, either patch it or we need more time, and we'll disable it until it's patched. Because the supercars that all exist everywhere shouldn't be happening. It shouldn't be happening already. Last question is, finally, I'd like to ask about new vehicle options. Everyone driving a supercar is silly. I agree. It doesn't make sense for RP. I mean, it does, just not in the sense that they don't have, the money in the first place to buy it because of the glitching. Meanwhile, vehicles that bring with them a lot of RP value aren't available for purchase. The Weasel News van, for instance, you can buy the van, you just can't get that Weasel decal to actually play with the part. The Vinewood Tour Bus is another vehicle. It also seems boats rarely spawn on the servers, so fishing trips and things like that are out of the question. I'd really like to see access to more of these vehicles. So, again, the supercar population exploding is due to people glitching money. It's also partly due to that the code was bugged, and no one ever told me. Someone accidentally told me, and everyone was pissed at them. That impounding vehicles didn't remove them. Which I thought was fixed, but it may not have been, so it's on my to-do list again. And then vehicles being destroyed should make a vehicle go away as well. Doesn't seem to be happening, so both are on my to-do list. Let's see. The other one, let's see. So several vehicles, such as the tour bus, is going to be made available due to recent requests. I've had a few requests for it recently. It does seem like something that we could do. I actually discussed with those people ways that we could use that as a job, compared to people just saying, oh, give me this, and not actually, giving me any suggestions as to what to do with the job or what to do with the vehicle, etc. So we've got ideas of how we could use that tour bus already. That is something that I'll probably be working on this weekend, even, in fact. If staff could make a note of that, to go ahead and remind me to make use of that and start working on that this weekend, I'll do that for sure. Let's see. The skins don't save on vehicles, only colors. That's kind of why the Weasel News van doesn't work. Toko noticed it whenever he did the vehicle synchronization, but for some reason it just won't save. It won't save for whatever reason. It's on the to-do list. It's just really, 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 really low because it's not a huge priority. That's why all the colors and skins and everything for vehicles is still currently free. That's why we haven't charged for that yet, because it's not 100%. So anything that isn't 100% synced and saved in game, we don't charge for it right now. That's why the skins are all free. That's why changing clothes is free. Everything like that. So once, however, it does become a thing where you actually you can save it properly in the database, and we do have it all synced up and saved, it will cost money again. What kind of weaponry options would we be seeing in the future? As it stands, half of the server goes on murdering golfers just to get a golf club. Most civilians feel the need to arm themselves with a pistol just to feel safe. Yeah, this has very recently been discussed. We'll be bringing much more weaponry, much more of the stock weaponry in game, both lethal and non-lethal. So the more powerful weapons will obviously be illegal and only obtained through illegal means. I've noticed there's quite a few things. I touched weapons so long ago that I didn't even really notice how few weapons are in the game that we have available to civilians. It definitely needs to be increased, and that's on the to-do list as well. Hopefully getting onto it this weekend. Alright, so Merle Townsend has asked, what direction do the devs admins want to see the community head towards? Is it going to be an action RP where the police day-to-day involve multiple bank robberies, jewelry heists, or it's going to be strict with people being banned for excessively breaking the law? As it stands, I actually really like the action RP going on, and I could see it being toned down a bit so things are a bit less chaotic. I'm fine with people being career criminals. I don't mind at all. As long as they roleplay it out, that's fine. There's quite a few individuals in here, like Thomas, that always is driving really fast and breaking laws, that is always breaking road laws, but he doesn't he doesn't like do anything bad with it. Like, he doesn't try to annoy police, he doesn't cop bait with it, he doesn't he doesn't, like, you know, run people over all the time or anything like that. So I'm fine with it. It doesn't matter to me. It's just your money in game disappearing. That's all it is to me. So I'm fine with people being career criminals. That doesn't matter to me. We're not going to ban for that. Now, if you're going on murdering sprees all the time, you're going to receive a warning and then a ban. That's not acceptable, because there's no RP situation where you go on a murder spree all the time, and that's why usually serial killers are, you know, forbidden on roleplay like servers and everything like that. Now let me see what else. The chaotic side also comes from like a few factors such as public roleplay servers instead of whitelist, excessive money in the economy due to being glitched, like I said earlier. Pixie, I sent that permission, by the way. So yeah, I'm fine with the action stuff. I don't want it to be constant bank robberies and everything. I do believe that police can very much make the community a much nicer place, depending on how they interact with the civilians, because of the authority they have on the server. But I don't believe the roleplay of the server should be dependent on the police. So, kind of just a sidetrack there, because as I mentioned that part of it is because of the public roleplay servers. The whitelisting, this is strictly invite only by staff. I know many people are going to view this as, you know, partial or something. It's not. But the good news is we're also going to have a feature introduced probably when it gets coded in. That way we don't have to go by, because if we don't do it when it's coded in, it's going to be much more difficult for us to do. But what we're going to do is if 3 people in game in the whitelist server recommend another player, that player can automatically come in the game, so they'll automatically be whitelisted as well, if that makes sense. Second question is, will you give the public servers free reign, or will those servers be moderated just as closely as the whitelisted servers? Absolutely not. We've moderated the public servers, and we'll moderate every server we ever host, whitelisted or not. Obviously, the whitelisted servers probably require a little bit less, because those are people that we have all first-hand experience providing good roleplay to the server, so we're not so much as worried as, you know, someone doing something dickish on there. However, we will still moderate it in case, you know, a bad apple slips through or whatnot. Tyler Lane. His question is, what is going on with the TeamSpeak server lately? It seems it's been getting attacked a lot. Are you working on that? When TS is down and game is not available, Game Voice is not available, it's hard to roleplay and the local chat is getting spammed. Yeah, we worked on that. So someone's being douchey, basically. We've got 2 suspects at this point. One of them I fully identified, and I went to town on him. I mean, I had his address, everything. Name, all that. He was in Pakistan. Then there's one other suspect and everything. But we have done stuff. We don't have any known reason as to why we were being attacked in the first place. But yeah, that was a fun day. Move this over here. Alright, so the reason I say this is because, you know, like I said, we were able to track down who did it and everything, who's responsible, and we don't know who it was. Like, we don't know him on the relationship of the community level. I don't know him in game or who it was or anything like that. But for whatever reason, it seems like a random attack, because the guy that did it, I looked up all his information, and he's responsible for dozens of attacks, all of which seem to be very like, no reason behind them, just random. So I don't know why. But saying that, we have moved the TS to a more powerful box with supposed better DDoS protection. Most of y'all didn't even have to notice this change. It was done a few days ago. So that's why things have changed and whatnot. But yeah, it should. If he's been attacking, you haven't noticed it now, obviously, and no one's reported anything like that. So, Alex asked, "Will the bank and jewelry actually give you money when you rob them? When will that be fixed?" Yes, it's on my to-do list to examine this weekend. Bill Brexit. Let's see here. It's possible to see a development timeline so that you can see what the priorities are and what is planned. Yeah, we can make that a thing. Staff, let me see. I still don't have access to this document. Yeah, I need access, please. Give me and TeamSpeak when I have access.
Floppy, check your email. I go through my email when I receive it.
Oh my god!
I just got in, so I think Jag's got it figured out, Floppy.
Well, it sends me an email every time it gives me access. And I just go through that.
Made me go through there. Yeah, I got nothing. Alright, what is RMOG's stance and actions against harassment? So, we actually dealt with this recently. Twice. One some of the staff know about, one I know about. Pretty much zero tolerance. And let me go into it though. So if we have evidence or any staff firsthand witnesses any harassment, we're going to be dealing with it quickly, depending on what's happening really. So if you have video evidence or a staff account actually shows the victim asking them to stop harassing, and they don't appreciate that RP in or out of character, and the accused person still continues, they'll usually be given a temp ban or a warning or a permaban. Now, if it's something excessive or something like that that obviously shouldn't be happening, we're just going to instantly remove them, either with a temp ban or a permanent ban. I've done that several times already. We don't. That's it. We don't have much in the way of, you know, we don't have a lot of red tape for this. We don't do red tape much at all here, in fact. But we still do want people to have some kind of evidence, you know, they're saying stuff. Because unfortunately, there's been some bad apples in the past, and there's douchebags everywhere. Like we had the DDoS attacker that wants to just fake it and put in random bullcrap to make them look the victim. So we do want a little bit of evidence that, hey, this is happening. Could y'all assist with it? We'll be more than happy to, because I love pulling out my big, fat, long ban hammer. Yeah, Dan, that email works too. Let me do that.
Yeah, that's the one I sent to Jag.
Alright, one sec.
Don't know the other one. That's the only one I know.
Whatever loads. There we go. Oh god. This is a mistake. There's too many questions. Now people have questions. Okay. I did. Alright, Mike Michelson. Let's see here. What is with the constant crashing that's taking place on the with the resource pool, and is it being looked into? Countless people have been coming near to the bank and instantly crashed the desktop because of it. So, in the short answer, it's something called decors. Basically, it's like a property that we can add onto an entity. So, to give the most basic example of this, I'm a human being. And my first name is Josh, so that would be a decor in the game. Now, as I understand it, and Toko can correct me if he wants to, there's an issue with FiveM having the decor limit so low, and it's either whenever you update it or register it. I don't remember. I believe it's when you update those decors, then it can start adding into that pool. And it gets too high, and that's when you get the crash. And so we use quite a few of them in our server with several different functions, and I have 2 more I need to add in right now. And so we're waiting on FiveM to update on their side. There's not too much we can do to help them do that. That's all on their end. However, there's some things we can do to mitigate it. And some code we can change around to better accommodate for it, but we'd prefer to use the decors because they work so much better than other methods to use. So, Toko, did I quite hit what was going on there? Because I was still kind of sleepy when I read that whole long conversation with the developers. We're working directly with the developers on this to get it resolved and everything, so.
Did you send me that too?
Toko, is that something that we can tell people to manually update until they do it, or no? But yeah, long answer short, we are working on it, and we're working with the developers directly. It's nothing in our hands. Okay, believe so. So we will try that probably today. Toko, send those details to me, what we need to do in order to test that out, and we'll get it tested. Because I know that's very aggravating for people. I understand that. That's probably the biggest complaint of every player right now, I would imagine. Anyway, we'll keep going. Why are new features being added constantly when the old ones are buggy, inconsistent, or simply not practical? So, despite what I've been seeing, many of the features that seem to be recently introduced were features that have been in the works for quite a while. But they just very recently made it out of production to the public servers. Very few, features that you've seen recently, such as the vehicle upgrades that I'm working on now, are new. We're trying very much to just keep everything strictly to bug fixes right now. We do have new dev applicants that have come in, and we are letting them work on new things. Because the way we're doing the code is their code is going to be separate from the code we've already been using. So it should be easier to keep those bugs separate and much faster to fix. And a lot of it, I'll fully admit, is simply my fault. Because when I started building it, it was just a matter of me learning everything. I didn't... I've only got 6 months experience in this now, basically in FiveM Lua. So I complete learning curve. A lot of it was just bad code I built and we had to get it fixed. It's no big deal. We just got to do it. There's just a lot of things to get done. Some of them are really very unique situations and hard to reproduce. Some of them are very specific, like formats you have to do, very specific things you have to do to make it come up, or we can't make it happen at all. So yeah, it's nothing that we're throwing out the window. Trust me, we work on it every day. But feel free to ask another question if that one didn't answer yours, because we're very much working on this all the time. I fixed about 4 bugs just the other day when I was sick, running on 2 hours sleep. I went like 4 hours one day, 3 hours the next, and 2 hours the next. Like, I feel like crap. I'm just now starting to feel better. So we're working on bugs, but I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I will say that very often in any kind of development scenario, people very often neglect to see when bugs get fixed because they focus on the next one that they see or that they're not happy with, or the next thing they're not happy with. They don't see how much we do it all the time. So you're not wrong, but people often mistake, everything working 100% of the time for us not doing anything. I tell you what, if anyone watches my stream when I'm doing development, you see me working all the time and getting aggravated. So Toko knows to get aggravated. It's hilarious. I bet he laughs at me all the time. Thinks I'm an idiot. So his third question was, recently I had the opportunity to play on some other communities. Those communities have multiple banks, stores, and locations to interact all over the map. Why can't more basic features be added in that are already part of the map to be implemented? We can. Our current code actually allows to do that. It's not a problem at all. I've just preferred to keep it consolidated since there's only 24 people in the map, as previously mentioned a few minutes ago. The only reason, like I said, is just because of the size, the population. I've just been keeping it that low, or I've been keeping it consolidated. However, you're not the first person to ask this. So here's what we'll do. I'll get the staff right now to go ahead and make a straw poll. And in the straw poll, we'll have it set up to have two answers. All right, that's what we'll do. Do you want to keep it consolidated? Or do you want to go ahead and spread things around the map? Like common things like bank access, shops and things like that. Do you want to go ahead and spread it around? So we'll get that made right now, and then one of them will PM it to me whenever they have it made, and I'll post it in the chat. Or they can just go ahead and post it in the chat, it don't matter. These will be for things like more banks, more gas stations, more general stores. And I'll even give y'all ways that y'all can help with this. So, no, we're giving y'all a straw poll. We're not letting you put it in chat like that. It ain't gonna work. It's very easy for us to do, thankfully. All right, so moving on. Here we go. Fourth question is, speeding tickets as implemented are not only extremely irritating, but also unconstitutional. If you are going to have any resemblance of realism you need to get rid of this mechanic and force the police to interact with players and thus create RP environments. There's no reason, there is a reason there are not automated speeding tickets devices on freeways across the country and elsewhere. Red lights for sure, but speeding is just stupid. I think there's been a misunderstanding here because speeding cameras are only in the stoplights right now. Yeah, they're only in stoplights. They don't go outside Los Santos right now at all. Anywhere. It's very specific with those. If you find one that is, feel free to let me know, and I will go look at it and get it removed if it is, but there shouldn't be any. Yeah. Let's see. Vertical clipping. There are places on the map where you can drive in a tunnel and get a speeding ticket from the intersection above, or a ticket from the bank, or interact with the bank roof to get it fixed. Alright, hold on. I know exactly where that code is. Stand by a second. I got you. Alright, so I just changed the speed camera code to help with the vertical clipping. Hopefully it should be good. If we do have some intersections that still clip, we'll simply have to we'll have to remove that one. So if you find one after this next update that is still clipping vertically, let us know. We need the exact location though, so that we can get it removed. But I see what you're saying about. So the bank has already been fixed from the roof. Garage has been fixed. If you have any others that you notice that aren't fixed, let us know. We'll get it fixed. It's a very, very simple fix usually. So just let us know. Also, for speeding, unless I'm mistaken, actually I have the code right in front of me. Let me look real quick. Let's see here. Okay, so unless I am mistaken, the way the code works right now is it's either 3 or 4 cops. If there are 3 or 4 cops on, the speed cameras will no longer function. They'll stop working. So what can happen is, if there's enough cops on, those cameras will stop working, and it'll be strictly based on cops running their own radar. Okay, does that make sense? If it's not working, then I'll review it. I don't think it's working. Okay, I'll go ahead and review it again. Let me add it to my list right now. My ever-growing list. But that's how it's supposed to work, and I feel that's what y'all prefer as well, right? Okay, I'll go ahead and get that looked at then. Yeah, it very much could also be y'all don't think it's working because y'all don't see the ticket, but you know. However, it's not even a 100% chance. It's only 80% chance that if you're speeding, you'll be caught. Just saying. Just saying. Not that 80 is small, but you know. Holy crap, that was loud as hell. Are you done back there? Jesus Cristo. Alright, next one. Do you legitimately think that the player base is going to stick around and deal with very limited features that constantly break when you have a large, well-developed and organized community coming online soon that offers more in its launch alpha state than Rev has in its current state? I think it would be unreasonable for any person to believe that. However, these are also development servers. I mean, I got that everywhere. If the only reason someone would not know that is if they come on being a dick and not reading a single thing, which means they didn't read the rules, they didn't read the laws, they don't know the keybinds, they don't know how anything works here. They don't know that's a menu-based server and not text-based. So that's the only way that people would not know that. I mean, we have it on the title screen, the welcome screen, stated on the forums, we have it in the TeamSpeak, we have it everywhere. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you there, you know. Things break because it isn't considered release yet. Like, we're working on this all the time. I'm not sure what communities you are talking about. I mean, but that better developed features. But I mean, hey, I mean, if they do, good on them, because I don't like copy pasters. So good on them for actually, you know, going the distance and working. But I mean, I don't know if they exist or not or what. Yeah. But I promise you, I work on this every single day. I only got 4 hours sleep today just so I could come to the meeting. So yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you. 54, 4 no, okay, yeah. Weak. Shut up, Toko. Toko puts a crap ton of work into it as well. And you know, I feel like part of me feels like I should be offended almost that you would say that, but I'm not. Like, I think that we're more than most developed servers out there. I mean, Toko has has made some really nice features like the queue, the VoIP system that the staff have been testing, calling now. We're working on that. He's put in quite a few things, even small things like the freaking, you know, board that looks way nicer than other player boards out there. We have other things that I think a lot of servers don't have. So we have firefighting that properly works. Doesn't work with other servers at all. Anyway, that's just me. No, I know what you wrote. I'm just saying that I had this question before, and it's very difficult for me to see those. Like, I do believe they're out there, but I do believe that often people don't give us the, I don't know how to phrase this. I think very often people don't give us the credit we deserve, because they come on and still develop the server and then something breaks, or something isn't functioning. Or like the very latest thing, the pool error is driving everyone up the wall. It's not even our fault. Our code wasn't wrong. The only thing that was wrong with our code is the fact that we made it. It was our code that revealed the existing problem. That's all that it was. So that was how it was. But yeah, no, we work on it every single day. I think it'd be extremely unprofessional and stupid of any individual to think people would stay with you if you don't put development time in your server. Which is why I'm very much surprised that I'll say it, people stay on SOE when they don't do development there. Like, it's been so slow there when we put stuff out almost daily. So that's just me, I guess. All right, I went through the community questions that were on the forum, so go ahead and close the forums out. Now we got a boatload of freaking questions that I gotta answer here. So let me pull that list back up. Jesus Cristo. It shouldn't be repeat questions because the staff has been supposed to keep on reviewing it and making sure there's no repeat question. Alright, 67 votes for spreading around the map and 4 votes for keeping consolidating. It will happen then. Community wants it, that's what we do. That's kind of something that we do here, like, or it is something we do here. I'll go ahead and talk about that now real quick. We make community decisions. So, I mean, I like to get people's input before we do it. No, if you want to freaking ask a question, you ask it on the forum. It's been posted numerous times, and if you're in here, someone will post it now that I'm talking about it again. Okay? If you want to ask a question, do it, because it may already be answered upcoming here. But yeah, before people were here, I asked in Timax chat, because Timax has always been a very big supporter of what I do here, and what all the staff does here in reality. So yeah, that's that. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh God, so many questions. When will there be a bank and jewelry Give money after being wrong. What? I answered that. It's already on our list. Good job, staff. Someone didn't even actually put in their name correctly, so I'm gonna skip it. Do you guys like criminals? No, y'all are scumbags. It's like barely anything for criminals to do, and if it is, there has to be 4 cops online. That's barely a thing. Yep, I agree. It's being worked on right now. One of our newest dev applicants is working on a framework right now that any of you played Altus Life, the gather, process, and sell functions. That is something that is being worked on right now to introduce into GTA. So that is being introduced right now, and the way the framework is being built is it's going to allow very easy and rapid expansion of different activities to do, legal or not. So it should be very easy for us to add in. So as soon as he gets that done, probably in a few days I would guesstimate, because it shouldn't take long to make it, we will be adding that in and expanding on it. Should. If he doesn't get it done, I'll get it done. I'll tell you that much, because that's been in the plans. That I gave him something to do on the to-do list, so that's one of those few things where it's a new feature, which I think y'all would be fine with, because I agree there needs to be more for illegal people, illegal things. Also, I will say this right now: if you have not taken out your vehicle of the garage and put it back in, you have until this coming Wednesday. Coming Wednesday? No. You have till tomorrow to do so. Yeah, I was wrong. You have till tomorrow to do so. Because what's going to happen, if you don't take out your all the vehicles you want to keep and put them back in the garage, they're going away. They are going away. Okay? We'll also add more garages, don't worry. We will also add, you like that, Mike? We'll also add the ability to purchase semi-trucks as well, with places they can pull them out of, obviously. Yeah. Those will be going away if you don't do that. We also track the buy value now for future uses for like chop shops. So, and other things, and reselling your vehicle back. So that'll be a thing. However, that only applies to vehicles bought in the last 2 days. Sorry, just now got around to it. The clicking sound is me playing with my multi-tool. Sorry. All right, sorry to ask, but whitelist ETA. When we have 80 people whitelisted and invited on the forums, we will put the whitelisted server up. It's a lot of work for me to do. In fact, I need to get with Hank and ask if he can help with that. He should be able to very easily. So, staff, remind me to get with Hank and ask him about that. Oh, Hank! Perfect. Can you add in the ACP the ability for us to whitelist people in the ACP, or is that already a thing? Because if that's already a thing, fantastic. Already a thing? Okay, staff. If y'all don't have edit, y'all do have edit access. Add another column to that whitelist document we've been sharing, and okay, the button's there. Perfect. Add another column to the whitelist document, and has been whitelisted, and y'all start getting it done. As soon as those people are added and we confirm they're good, we will open the server up.
Can I say something real quick about whitelisting?
What?
It's not a favorism thing or anything like that. It's if staff sees some good roleplay and they know you'd be, value to roleplay, you'll be recommended.
Yeah.
So
I'll touch on that
just
again. I answered that earlier, but I'll touch on it again real quick. So whitelisting is strictly invite only right now from staff. I know it could seem like it's favoritism or not, but I assure you, if I even tell them that if you have a bias towards a person, get someone else to do it. However, if everyone has a negative bias towards you, you're probably not a candidate for, whitelisting anyway, because your roleplay probably sucks. Because we see good and bad roleplay. We see good roleplay that is both a negative character and a positive character, meaning they're a dickbag, but they roleplay it properly, which you can do as long as you do it properly. Nicholas Brown, I'm looking at you. You're not that example. Boom! Yeah, I don't hold back. But anyway, sorry. Yeah, that's the thing. But we're also going to add the mechanic when we add the code in to where you can, if 3 people are whitelisted on the server, they can invite a person to be whitelisted. And they can basically put their name on the line saying, hey, we vouch for this person, go ahead and whitelist him. And then he'll automatically be whitelisted as well. Alright, let's see here. Next question. When will the property owning be fixed? It is fixed. If you're late after a restart and you buy, your money is lost unless you get a place after the next restart. What do you mean? Like, are you saying like if you don't get in soon enough to protect it after someone overtakes it? Or what? Y'all watch for his answer. That was from Pope Fletcher. There's not a public list of those invited. If you got a whitelist invitation on the forums, then you are whitelisted. You will not, there will not be a public list, period. You overtook a property, took my money, haven't got money from it in like 1.5 hours. Okay, I'll double check it again. It should be working fine right now. I will double check it again. Wait. The invite should be going through the forums. If they're not, it probably wasn't easy to find you in the forums. We asked you in TeamSpeak, but everyone needs to make sure it's easy to find them on TeamSpeak or on the forums. 2 more things on my to-do list. All right, when can we buy non-motorized bicycles? I believe Chris Atlas was working on this. I'm not sure if he finished it or not. He'll be working on the vehicle config and get them added in very soon to the vehicle shop until we make our own bicycle shop. Dr. G, you asked 2 questions. Which one do you want? 1 or 2? I'm only answering one per form. 2. All right. Is it okay for LEO command to metagame evidence against corruption if RP has been done so properly? So command shouldn't have the evidence. Oh God, come back. Alright, lost the question. Let me find it again. Who the hell edited it? Alright, close down the form. Close down the form because things are getting added while I'm trying to read the question, and I can't do it anymore. Questions are closed now. We got plenty to answer. Alright. Is it okay for LEO command to metagame evidence against corruption in roleplay if roleplay has been done properly so command shouldn't have the evidence, such as removing a body cam? If you remove the body cam, they should roleplay it out. No one is allowed to be corrupted except Grin and Barry. Period. End of discussion. No debate. And very rarely do I even do that myself. And very rarely. So, I don't. No cop should be corrupt. Period. At all. Alright, can we bring back the jobs emotes like you once removed, Fluffy? No, cannot, because I have plans for them. And I'm tired of you dickbags deciding to be in jail and automatically pull a freaking jackhammer out of your dick hole and start jackhammering into the cell. So no, it's not coming back in. That was graphic. So no, they'll be removed. They're removed for now. They will be added in once again when the appropriate job that uses those comes back. Well, regardless of who it was, like it gets under my skin when people say things like, you know, the RP level is terrible here. And then they're the ones pulling out a jackhammer out of the nowhere and jackhammering in a cell when clearly they've been restrained and everything taken off them. So, hypocrites. Hypocrites everywhere. Alright, on to the next question. I gotta start at the beginning again because things were getting added mid, whatnot. So I'm gonna go ahead and start deleting them whenever I do them here.
Coffee, sort them by
What?
time.
Oh my god.
Even A to Z, even, then it will be like earliest time.
Oh,
and
so
later.
someone did it earlier. Got it. Someone screwed up earlier. Good job, guys. Alright, repeat question. Yeah, I'll do that. Alright, repeat question. What features will be added to make criminal life more effective? I mean, I don't... Why are you asking a repeat question? Why are you asking the repeat question? I don't get it if I've already answered it.
No, I added that so that you would skip it.
Well, then just delete it! Good God. It's all good. Alright, so, what are the in-depth plans for TS integration? It's already done! Like, what? Will there be CB radio channels for some dedicated for professionals? Yeah. So, thanks to Toko making this Toko VoIP and everything and all that, and me mostly figuring out how to add channels and everything, we'll add in jobs like that so that you can have different channels for radios like tow trucks and everything. We'll probably give you all a dedicated channel that PD will actually be able to talk to you if they get on your channel, but you won't be able to get on theirs. Things like that. So, yeah. That'll be a thing. Excuse me. What can we do about the new way people are robbing the bank? You know, it's questions like these that give me zero context as to what they're referring to that don't help me at all. What do you mean, new way people are robbing the bank? Man,
I
excuse
think that
me.
is about people being able to rob the bank from the roof.
Oh, already fixed. Yep, that should already be fixed. So if you see it's still a thing, let me know, and I will double check it. I didn't double check the code. I just put the flag in that should have been in there in the first place. Wow, this one's awfully specific. Is it okay if I say to an officer, hands up, when he's in the inside of a car and he killed me as soon as he get out? First off, you need to work on your English. Give us a proper question. Second off, I'm just saying, like, I'm struggling reading some of these questions, guys. All of y'all pass 4th grade English because you're able to play here. So come on, give me something here. Put some effort in. We don't do AOL speak from 2000. No, it's not okay. Like, is that even? We're moving along. Stephen Holder asks, any more jobs or activities coming in to make use of the whole map? Yes. As I said earlier, a framework is being developed right now by one of the new applicants for a new gather, process, and sell mechanic. So once that comes in, be good to go. Be very easy to rapidly add new jobs around the map. Let's see. Alright, that one seems more like a bug report from Mr. Michelson, so I won't bring that out. Put a bug report in properly, but I'll copy it over to my to-do list again. Can we bring that? That was already answered. Any plans on adding new jobs that require a certain amount of RP, like taxi driving, taco truck? Are you serious? Like, have you played on the server? Like, have you seen anyone play on the server? So like the trucking job doesn't require RP. The tow trucking does, or it can. The taxi does. The taco truck. Police, EMS, firefighting. My God. Why, guys? Why? Clayton, I seem to find cars are a bit glitchy. They seem to catch fire pretty easy. Pretty unfixable. Become unfixable with repair kits. Is this something that the team at Revo is working on, or is it working as intended? No. We are working on figuring out why they are so glitchy. I think I may have introduced some code that may have helped it in the last patch, so if y'all saw today that it was better, say so in chat. If not, then say so as well. But yeah. The repair kits, however, they only work to a certain damage level. If your vehicle is at a certain damage level, it won't work anymore. That they're useless. You have to take it to the repair shop at that point. Once it catches on fire, though, that's it. You're done. You have to hope firefighters get there before it gets exploded. And then, I've seen not a single person do this yet. I've been waiting for someone to do it properly because it will work. Once the vehicle fire has been taken out, they need to get a tow truck driver to take it to the custom shop to be repaired. Then it can be fully repaired again instead of gone forever. I don't know how no one has figured this out yet. Like, I thought that would be fairly evident. I've not seen a single person do it. If you have a good job, but yeah, that's a thing. So I don't know why no one's got that yet. I think I may have got to where if the fire's been put out and you get back in, the fire shouldn't start back up again. Shouldn't. So, we will see. Let's see. Are you aware of things, are you aware of cruise control making cars teleport around? No, because we don't have cruise control. Things to do at the prison. No, you're in prison. I don't know what we're gonna do. Probably not things to do in prison. Maybe down the road. Not right now. Because just like, I don't know. It's not a big thing. The teleporting, that's not a thing. Shivs. We may do it down the road, but not right now. Not right now. Durability of vehicles while on jobs or just in general? Get a better formulated sentence so I can understand your question. You know who you are. Finger point. Screw you. Is it possible to get the tow trucks with the hooks back? No. It is not. From all of our testing that we have done, It may work a little bit, but then the problem is it stops working. I know what you're talking about. We tried it. It worked great. We had an awesome Ford Raptor tow truck. It looked beast. It was so fun to drive too. However, it just stops working for whatever reason. And I was greatly depressed because it would have gotten rid of all the tow truck problems we had. But we still have the tow truck laying around, but it just doesn't work right now. If we can figure out how to make it work properly, we'll do so. But right now, no. Maybe we can manually code it. I don't know. But right now, no. China motorcycle durability seems to rival Fine China. Will this be changed when the permanent car loss bug is fixed? We do. Are you talking about how sometimes it can instantly set fire when you get in, or just by hitting stuff? So the durability, yeah, I'm not sure. The thing with that is that I don't know, because it's very weird. It shouldn't be happening, but it's happening. I have a feeling it's due to the network sync of the durability of the vehicle. I'm not sure. We're looking into it. We know it's easy to catch fire sometime. We apologize. But it's better than not having vehicle fires at all and nothing for firefighters to do. Because firefighters don't have much to do in the first place. License suspension, yeah. License, earning your license, getting a license, driver's license, and license points are all the things that are on my to-do list. Also, is being able to use the free mode skin going to be viable without having to remake your character? Yes. Another thing on my to-do list to get done. A lot of these things seem really easy, but a lot of them aren't. Most of them aren't. An option to log out and switch characters without quitting game and coming back in. Also a way to save your outfit. Okay, yada yada yada. It should be relatively easy to let you switch characters while in game. We will probably add that in, but with a timeout. Will probably require you to be like stationary at the same point for like 5 minutes before doing so. That way you can't just like you have to be stationary, no input whatsoever. That way you can't just instant log to try to change your character and get out of, you know, a police chase or an RP or something like that. So, but yeah, that's already something I want to do. Can we start owning houses? So, we're going to work on housing, but it's a low priority. And the reason it's a low priority is because 90% of the time that I see roleplay on other servers is not at a house. And when I see it on streams, it's not at a house. The only good thing a house is good for right now that I can see is a roleplay value. So it's really at the bottom of the list. There's other things you can do with it, but it's not a huge thing right now.
I think people mainly want it for personal spawn and to retrieve vehicles from.
Why would you need it for personal spawn?
If you have then a guaranteed place they can spawn in each time and pull out a vehicle without any worries.
That doesn't make sense at all. I don't think people are thinking this through. I think y'all are thinking of it too much like other servers. You can't have a personal spawn when there's consistent or persistent spawn locations. So if you log out somewhere, that's where you log out at. You're not going to have the option to be instantly teleported somewhere. That's how it is here. And when you go to the hospital, you wake up at the hospital. So there's no need to have it. Other servers don't do it. That's why they have it. You know? I don't see the use for it. Like, now I can get pulling out your personal vehicle, and we can make it to where when you own a garage, you can store one vehicle in that garage that you can pull out and store there without concern. But I guarantee you, I'm going to make it to where if you store your vehicle there, someone can break into that garage and steal it too. So I think y'all need to think about that. Like, we have persistent location here. We try to make everything as persistent as possible here. So there's really not much, point to having a house to spawn at when you would never spawn there in the first place. I'm not trying to shoot down your idea. It just doesn't make sense. Are incapacitated bodies who are decent a 5M issue or service issue? Looking around for... Yeah. Okay. I looked into this the other day. 5M doesn't know. Or at least the people I asked don't know. I'm going to keep asking their developers and the people who are also good at this with scripting if they can figure it out too, if they know. Because what should happen when you're normally alive is if the client updates its location, it will sync out to all the other clients, right? But it seems that whenever that client is dead, or that pedestrian is dead, it doesn't update that location. I was doing it the other day with, I think it was Mello or whatever. I don't remember. I was testing it. And it was updating on her screen, but it didn't get sent out to everyone else. So, I'm going to try one more fix that I have in mind for it. Otherwise, you got to figure out a way to get that fixed. Because I know it's a big issue. Or it's not. It's an issue. It's not a huge issue, but it's an issue. It's an annoyance more than anything. So I know about it. I'm already looking into it. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, we're working on that. Will there be ability to save... answer that. Staff, review these questions. That's what y'all are here for. Help me out. When it comes to cars being gone after being destroyed or impound, what about half the price? Yeah. That's already a thing. So, what's supposed to happen, wait, what? Coco, you weren't awake when I asked it. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see. So the thing is, when vehicles are impounded, they're supposed to stay impounded. I don't think they are right now. Like I said, I gotta look into it again. But yeah, that's the idea, is that you'll pay a certain fee to get it back out from impound. Let's see. What is being done about the pull size and errors? Togo thinks he may have a fix. We'll test it. Yeah, that's it. It's nothing on our end. Our code only revealed the problem in 5M's code. It's not our code that caused it. Excuse me. I play as the Pope. Oh dear God. And the other day I wanted to become the new mayor. Having several servers, it's hard to RP that out. Suggestions? Pick one character, stay on one server. If you really want to do something that specific. So, I've never heard of a Pope being a mayor, that's for sure. So good luck. That goes in the whole of, oh, the RP sucks here. And then people have unrealistic expectations of things they want to do here. I'm not saying you're one of them, but it goes in that category. Alright, will there be other jobs besides policing the EMS that require an application before strong RP? I'm open to suggestions. Not gonna say no, but we don't have anything in mind as of currently. So, how many whitelisted servers will there be? One. And as the demand increases, so will the whitelisted servers, just like the public servers. Will the function me ever be officially implemented? Yes, I believe Sullivan is working on that now. Oh, there you go. So it just needs to be tested. Wait, really? Nope, didn't work on my end. Maybe I didn't download the code yet.
Oh, I didn't push it too.
Okay, that's
I
why.
just have it on the dev server.
Oh, okay, gotcha. See, there you go. Yeah, tons of tested on mine. It's possible to change the timing on the street lights. Nope. Are the rules on whitelist going to be more strict compared to public? I don't know what ways it would need to be more strict, in all honesty. Few things will change, like names will no longer be above players' heads, and you'll have just a small marker in any other than that. But I'm not really sure how we could make it more strict. If people want more strictness, we can definitely do that, but it's not something that's currently implemented. And I don't think the thing is, like, if you go on there and provide bad roleplay, you're gonna be removed from the whitelist server. So it'd be in your best interest to roleplay better anyway. Alright, let's see. When will you fix most jobs and change the payouts? And maybe change the job a bit so it's not so boring like our Shark and Go Postal. These details in these questions. Alex, I swear. Alright, so fix most jobs. Toko, he's gonna lose it. Like, what do you mean? Most jobs work. What job doesn't work right now? Towing has always been the issue. All the other jobs work. What is the issue? Like, the jobs work. I don't know what you're talking about. Garbage truck and Go Postal are boring. I'm sorry. There are boring jobs in life. Most people have a boring job. Most people hate their job. Some are boring, cop and pog champ cop. Okay, time to skip it when you start doing that bullcrap. Alright, I am being held captive in Poppy's basement. Help. Free Toko, cops inbound.
Hashtag free Toko.
Alright, stand by. Hold on one sec. If any cop comes near me, just know I'm ready. Alright. Good job, Toko. That's what happens. Alright. Will PD and EMS ever receive helicopters? Yes, not right now. What laws are enforced in Los Santos? California laws, American Constitution. Thank you for your time. You're welcome. You're very welcome. So, what? I can't show a bullet on Twitch either? My God, this is America. All right, so we're doing American laws, American Constitution. I guess we'll do California laws, as much as I despise the state. Bunch of hippies. Yeah, I called y'all hippies. Can jail times be decreased? No. It's already been decreased recently. So yeah, it's already been decreased. Cause it was more, people complained a lot. It got decreased. So it's probably not going to be decreased anymore. Let's see. A year from now, where do you see Revolution roleplay? So I'll only give my positive answer on that and not the answer I've experienced so far. What I would like Revolution roleplay to be, or Real Minute Genius as the community is called, is that I want this to be a community, a multi-gaming community. Hopefully, PC only, console plebs. But I want it to be a very friendly community. Like, I'm pretty sure most people have the vibe here that we're very friendly. We like getting along with each other. We hang out in TeamSpeak. There's already been talk of, meeting up at a con. So that's what I want this to be. I want it to be a very friendly multi-gaming community that builds up one another. It's not going to be like other communities where everyone rats on each other. There's all these hostile tensions everywhere, bullcrap. And I want it to be very streamer friendly. I'm not talking though, when I say that, like big streamer friendly. I'm fine with them too. But what I want is people to come here, get good at roleplay, or bring their good roleplay already, and then go ahead and expand on that. If they want to get into Twitch, so be it. You can join the Real Men of Genius Twitch group, and we help build each other's streams and help you become a streamer and help you enjoy your time. And if you stay with us, fantastic. We'd love to keep you. If you become one of those dickbags that think that because they're on Twitch and they start getting hundreds of viewers and money coming in from it, that they don't have to be a nice person, well, screw you too. I want to help people succeed. I want this to be a place that people can come enjoy. I want us to have, like I said, multi-gaming. I want it to be a thing where we can have different games a wide spectrum of games that people play together, that you can come on TeamSpeak, come on the Discord, go in the channel and find one. That's why we have the freaking Factorial channel on Discord, to see if people want to start it up, do it. That's really what I want to see. I want to see when Dual Universe and Identity get released, that those two games become things here, and more people join the community. And maybe some of them have never heard of roleplay, that are looking forward to the space simulation from Dual Universe. And so instead, they come along and they're like, "Oh, what's roleplay?" They check it out and they come join as well. So yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want. I run it as a business. That's what I know. Unfortunately, I can't charge for anything. I would charge for stuff, but only like cosmetic is what we've always wanted to do. Sorry, I'm still stuffed up, still sick. I will give you my ultimate goal if I had control of this and the money to do so. I would love to have a game made specifically for us that we can expand on. That once it's made for us, others come to play it. It'd be very much like the Source games, where it's very easy to add in your own models and everything, like Gmod. That's what I'd like. I'd like to build our own game where you can make whatever you want, and it's easy for the community. And then the community, some members can make their own models or skins and sell them, and half would go to us, half would go to the author, etc. I think that'd be awesome. I think it'd be a great way to have a community being built. But let me move on, because there's still more questions to answer. I hope there's not a lot. Okay, good, there's not a lot. We're halfway done. Can I get my golf cart now? No. Is there a possibility for regaining mic clicks? It's possible with Token VoIP, yes. It is not high on the priority list at all. There are third-party apps you can use, but yeah. So, are you going to have a bank in Paleto anytime soon? Apparently we are, because people want to expand with a higher payout and the opportunity to hit the vault. No. I'm kidding. Yeah, we will. The vault will be added in just like the other vaults when it's added in. So I've worked on it numerous times in the past, but I've always just went back to bug fixing, because bug fixes really need higher priority, in my opinion. So so when you release from the city, you respond back to the city. It should be. Is it possible to release outside the prison? Yeah, we can do that. So, staff, make a straw poll. When released from prison, do you want to A, be released back to the city where you are and automatically spawn there, or B, spawn outside the prison and have to request pickup? I imagine people will probably say it's prison, but I've just been doing that because I thought it'd be easier. and because it was in development when I made it a long time ago, and so I didn't want to come all the way back. Are we gonna have a chop top anytime soon? Yep. Do you believe in magic? Do you believe there will be any dynamic economy? Yes. Dynamic economy. One of the developers is working on the economy right now. However, it is a lot of work to do. So, player-owned businesses, yes, also a thing we want to do. We did it in Arma. We're gonna do it here probably. It'd be easier and more realistic to do it with more than 24 players on the server, but we're gonna do it. Hold on. Is there any chance of lowering the follower total for a Twitch badge? Probably not. As the staff have told me, it's already been lowered a lot down to 300. So it's really not hard to do, especially since what I told you I want this community to be. I want it to be a community that helps build you up. So by all means, if you stream, post on the forums. I follow every Revo streamer I can find, and when I'm done with all my streams, I try to find someone that is playing Revo that I haven't hosted in a while, and I host them. So please do. Already answered that one. When can we buy other food types? I'm tired of drinking coffee. I just gotta do it. I just gotta add it in. Not hard to do. More plans on illegal jobs. Already talked about that. Pullings cars out of Civ. PD garage will catch on fire and blow up randomly. Already talked about that as well. Patch notes made more available more frequently. I'm trying to do that more often, yeah. I'm trying to do that more often. I've received suggestions about adding general store robberies. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Sully, that's fine. If you want to go ahead and do it, go for it, man. I want to do that as well. In fact, if you want to go ahead and set it up to where the total amount is saved.
Now, should I have it where, like, 2 plays have to be on?
Yeah. What we'll do? Yeah, we'll do 2. We'll do 2.
I'm not gonna add it to all of them, just a few.
That's fine. Just make it a flag whether it can be robbed or not. A bull. Drug run scenes around the city. Already answered that. Assassin Properties, already working on it. Apparently I gotta look into it again. There's a bug right now. LS Customs, multiple people can use it at once, and after that presses enter text. What? Does that bug exist anymore in LS Customs? Where after you press enter, it doesn't show up anymore until they rejoin the server? I thought that was fixed a while back.
No.
Yeah, that's been fixed, broski. For a while. You hate properties? Then don't buy them. No one's forcing you. Wow. Other available jobs for criminals? Yep, already talked about this a few times. With everyone using Token VoIP, will Civs be able to purchase radios to use between heists or even jobs? Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna make that a thing. Like I said, civilians or staff are currently testing out the calling another player. So as soon as we get that made, it'll be easy to add in the next one. Can we please move the place it changed looks to the first floor of the morgue? I have to run up all the stairs multiple times a day and it makes my fingers hurt. Bro, if your fingers are hurting from pressing a button on a keyboard, you need to work out. No, it's not being moved right now. Is there a way to make it the wanted system for homicide that tells you exactly exactly civilian AI or real players. Yes, we can do that. So we can use the right punishment laws, etc., etc. Yeah, we can do that. It'll be down the list though. Wow, VeChain, I perfectly set you up for that, didn't I? Could it be possible to change the weed hub to be a drop-off instead of pick? No. Actually, let me read the rest of it. Could it be possible to change the weed hub, like the purchase point, I guess you're talking about, to be a drop-off instead of individual selling to AI? Ah, yeah. I'm probably going to change it to that system, to be honest. Yeah. So that is going to be the only job where it's just buy and sell. You know? But it's not going to be as simple as you think. All the other illegal jobs are going to be gather, process, yeah. Actually, we'll probably do this where it's buy, process, and then sell. But the other ones will just be gather, process, for sell. Like the SOE server, I don't want to be a copycat server, and I love the way the server's going. Well, then why do you even mention them? Yeah. Some way I don't want to kill someone. What? Alright, I'm going to read this word for word here. Because English is not my first language. Some way I don't want to kill someone after me tow truck disappear. JK, but is not the fact that disappear, is the fact that we can't get another. I don't know if there is a question, maybe an opinion, that only put that we can get another, at least for now. Delete. Will there be some sort of vigilante system coming in with criminals can be caught and brought in by other players? Probably. Probably, but probably not while there's only 24 players on the server. Because of the fact that there's so few people. I don't think... I'd like to do it, but I don't think it'd be a good idea to add a vigilante system in with only 24 people on the server, so...
Well, I think we're adding zip ties, right?
Yeah, we'll be adding zip ties. Will civilians be able to purchase radios? Answer that. Any ETA on when some custom cars in game? What? So, we have a few in right now. We are very slowly adding in, and we're not going to add any more in right now because we want to make sure this pull error gets fixed before we add in more. So, there's that. After that, we'll be adding more. Aerial vehicles for jobs? One day. Not right now. Okay, that's a bug report. Not a question. Any thoughts on having a data wipe with whitelist launch instead of Reaver release? Currently, a lot of people are lacking the drive to work up something to do. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Alright, so go ahead, staff, give me a straw poll for this. Do we want to go ahead and give everyone a wipe before or when we do the whitelist launch? Or wait until the official release? Go ahead and let your voices be known now. I would say wipe them right now if it was me.
Yes, please.
It seems like everyone wants to wipe, so as soon as that poll comes up, or add both into the poll. Actually, is anyone making it right now? Otherwise, I'll just make it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what do we need it?
So do right now at whitelist, and then do now and at release, or at whitelist and release. So 4 options.
Yeah, check the link there, Floppy. I've sent you.
Gracias. Hold on. No, that's not what I need. Here, let me go ahead and make another one.
Alright, no worries. Go ahead.
All right.
Way to fail, Jag. Just kidding, I love you.
Vote. I highly suggest you vote for what you want, because I will definitely go by this poll. Alright, so can you give me the link to the community meeting response, or the form that they fill out for the questions again? Put that in the chat again, because I'm about to wipe all these responses in case anyone has any others. There, it's wiped. Go ahead and put that out there as well. If any player wants an individual wipe right now, let me know. I'll do it. Yeah, I'm gonna be streaming after the meeting, making food, but I will be. All right, did everyone vote? Got 103 people in here, 76 in my stream, and only 88 votes. Y'all go vote, because I don't want to be putting up with whiners and complainers any more than I have to when all of a sudden the server's wiped because you didn't vote that you didn't want it wiped. If you want the wipe now, then vote for it.
Yeah, I think some people are changing their minds right now.
How many people have changed their mind? Say something in chat if you change your mind. One. All right, cool. Two. Well. All right. So as it stands, okay, someone cheated. Thanks for ruining the poll, guys. Appreciate that. Appreciate that.
Whoa. Alright, which chav did that?
No one's going to admit it.
It's still going.
Seriously.
That's all right. I know what it was at. All right, so if y'all haven't filled out your question, go ahead and say so now. Go ahead and put it in the questions now, and I'll go ahead and answer it. Bro, showing off that you got a few bots doesn't really impress anybody. And that you know how to bypass it. It's not hard to do.
So, this is why we can't have nice things.
Mm-hmm.
Dag, have you opened up the Google Docs questions again?
Yeah, I have, yeah. So I think David has just posted the link.
Debit cards or debit transactions. The reason I don't like it is that because that requires such little interaction with you and everyone else, because you never show up at the bank then. So that's why I really don't like the idea of it. We can, I just don't want to because of that. A court system. Again, it's because of the population limit. As soon as we can get more people on the server, maybe around 60, I'll be fine with having a court system. But only 24 people on the server, that's quite a few people you would need involved for a single court case, you know?
I believe Dirk has something in the idea, which I think he has run by you once already, Floppy.
Yeah. Will there be a summary? There'll be an entire VOD you can watch on my channel about this. The whole meeting. Or do you have plans on changing the pay for EMS and PD? Can you elaborate? So the plan is to probably give medics a revive payment that will come out of the civilians' money, the players' money, anytime they're revived. And if they can't, then it goes into their debt. So it will happen either way. It'll also be made to where if they revive a local, they'll get paid as well, just much less. Will the taco truck ever be like a general store where people can go to it and buy stuff? Yeah, we'll probably bring that back. It needs recoding, so. Robbing grocery stores, we've already talked about that. Will there be security jobs available in the future? Yes, in the future, when we have more player slots, probably. Will PD EMS be able to unlock vehicles from intersections? Like a Jimmy type tool. We'll probably add that in, but it'll probably be on a time delay where they have to stand there for like 30 seconds to do so, and it'll alert people. So whenever the me command comes available, we'll probably consider adding that in. Let's see. That's not even a freaking valid question. Reasons to go to Paleto. If you want to, go. Will there be ability for a tow truck driver call in abandoned vehicles to be tagged? You can do that right now. You can do that right now. You can just put out an advert, need cop to request this vehicle to be impounded. Can we please have nighttime? We'll be working on the nighttime. We're working on all time sync. Hold on, my forms are reloading here. Let's see. Where was I? Can you please give cops one or more 2 channels for TAC 1 or TAC 2 for big incidents? Yeah, that wouldn't be difficult to do. Will the car shop be fixed? At the moment, I get ghosted. Okay, so someone has to be the victim here because I don't get the error. But what needs to happen is you need to go in and give me the vehicle that it happens to before it happens. So the next one that you go on to, you can give me the one that happens on or the one that happens before. Either one will work, but you need to tell me and specify. That way I can do it. Fill out a bug report so I have it and I can review it. If I don't fix it this weekend, I'll fix it at work. Fill out a bug report. It's not hard. If you don't want to put in the effort, then neither do I. Can you put regular bikes available for purchase? Yes, we're already working on that. What do you mean, Creighton? I don't understand what you're asking. What do you mean about incentivizing?
It's been my experience that we haven't gotten a lot of people able to tow, and cars just pile up everywhere. So I don't know if it's something that we need to have them, after a set amount of time, they automatically disappear if they're marked for tow, or incentivizing, like doing a bigger incentive for people to tow.
You mean besides getting paid?
It doesn't seem, at least from what I see, it doesn't seem very desirable right now.
I don't know. It pays pretty well for the time involved. I mean, from the common areas that need impounds, which is usually around the bank and square area and around the morgue, to go to the impound lot, that's $500 per vehicle, and more, even more if a vehicle is requested to be impounded by a cop recently. So
it's probably the best moneymaker if people are actually requesting tows and things.
Like, all the time I see tow markers on the map, but only sometimes do I see actually people towing. So I would say it's very good.
So then is it possible just to set, like, after vehicle's been set to be towed, if it isn't towed within 10 or 15 minutes, then it deletes itself.
It works for vehicles that it should be working for all vehicles, but it doesn't seem to be. I thought I had it working, but it doesn't seem to be. So I need to look into it again. I had done that. I'd done that a few code revisions ago.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was mostly interested in, because I've seen vehicles pile up at intersections and nobody's towing, or they aren't deleting or whatever.
For a new player, $250 is a lot. It's not that much. You could do a garbage truck and do a few runs, and you'll have that money. Further, one tow truck run pays for the tow truck, which is way overpowered. And then it's nothing but profit. Let's keep going down here. Everybody unmute each person and get their opinion on the wipe. I'm not going through 100 people to ask about wiping or not. Sorry. I know what the poll was, so it don't matter. Let's see. Is it possible to change the taxi service jobs to an actual taxi station on the side of the map? It is there. It's already been moved. Can we increase the tow request time to 5 to 10 minutes? I mean, yeah, you can. We can do that. I'm probably going to make it to where they stay on the map very soon. It's
Yeah,
not
set your own map make markers too with tab, right,
Yep.
guys? And I'm thinking you set multiple markers as well, so.
Yep. Is 911 going to be working anytime soon, or will there be a waste of call 911 while alerting the entire city? Yes. I just got the framework from the developer that was working on it that had to stop working on it. Just, real life got in the way. No problem at all. And I'm going to be looking into it as well, or passing it along to another developer to continue working on. Cops with a government money to pay tow truck drivers for towing, since it doesn't often work through the script. Where is the question in this?
They're basically saying the tow truck doesn't pay, but they're not getting paid if they do it incorrectly. If
I
a lot
know.
of people are pressing impound vehicle when it's on the back of the truck,
Which
and that's
won't
when
work.
it gets rid of the vehicle.
Yep.
Where they need to hit the tow vehicle again to drop it off, go up to
Yep.
the vehicle, and then press impound. That's
Yep.
how you get paid.
That's how you get paid. It's to prevent y'all from glitching, because so many of you people want to be douche nozzles and glitch everything instead of reporting the glitch and abuse it. So that's why that's the thing. Alright, if you have any other questions, now you gotta get them in, otherwise it's about to be over with the questions and everything.
It didn't show up, Sir Scoots.
The most common emotes are already able to be typed in. We're not going to have donations for whitelist, no. That would completely defeat the purpose.
That just means that people will be able to buy their way into troll on the whitelist server, which isn't a thing that we want.
Yeah, if we could do that, according to terms of service, it would be a server only where you can buy in. And that would have a very negative feel for everyone about it. And I guarantee you, people wouldn't like it, and it would just have negative reputation about it. So, not gonna happen. How does one make it on the whitelist? You provide yourself, or you provide the community with good roleplay. You roleplay well in the servers, and then we will have to, and then civilians will see it, or staff will see it, and then we will whitelist you. Let me turn the lights on here.
It's basically, if we see good roleplay, you'll be recommended.
Yeah, we're quite often on our Civ characters trying to interact with people. Well, I know I am anyway. So if I see on my Civ character, then yeah.
Yeah, the biggest thing that I can say, and I've noticed this in a couple people, there have been situations where people haven't wanted to roleplay in character, but the other person has been in character 100% of the time. That stands out more than anything else.
Yep. Because it shows you're still making the effort, just like the idiot not. So.
Flop, do you mind talking more about EMS pay? I just noticed someone just asked about it.
In regards to what?
Well, you mentioned something to me the other day or yesterday about how much EMS get paid currently and what will be changing.
As I mentioned before, the only thing that's going to be changing is that EMS will be getting payments, or they'll be getting paid for their revives per revive. So. I'm really sad to see that no one's tipped like any medics for reviving them so far. I think that's really sad. I've done it quite often.
Liar.
Hey, screw you. Just because it wasn't you doesn't mean I didn't do it.
You took all the tacos instead.
Hey, I was hungry. I was getting chased last night when I was trying to test stuff.
Test stuff.
Didn't work out well.
Negative, sir.
Is there anything, does anyone have any other questions?
There's some more on the forums.
Or need to, well, I'm not on the forums, so I was supposed to be closed out.
Google Doc.
I answered them.
No, there's more.
Oh, there's more.
Well, I'll go look again. Scoots, I've answered that like twice now. Let's see. Say attorneys, pros, defense. That's not a question. Will there be better startup jobs that don't require renting a truck? Doesn't have to pay a lot, etc., etc. Put a suggestion on the forums and we will see if we can do it. Or if we want to do it as well. Let's see. Is there talks about priority key for cops and EMS when they're served? Yes. We're working on it. It is on our to-do list. As you've noticed, there's a lot on our to-do list. And a lot are our features. Not bug reports. Just pointing that out because several people have made that question or comment that we work too much on features and not bugs. Well, we got a lot of bugs we work on all the time. We're always working on it. Let's see. Will building interiors be opened up and give more teleporter across the map? Yes. I very specifically would ask that if you have a spot that you think would be good or needs a teleporter, post it on the forums. Post me a picture of what it looks like and post me the map location. That's what I need. Will Gambit be implemented? What?
If you know the IPLs for it, then yeah, post it on the forums and we can find it. We can get the IPL and load it in and then test it out. Make sure it works for us, for our needs.
Let's see. Will gambling be implemented? Casinos, lottery. Yeah. We have plans to do that. It's not even on our to-do list though. That's how low it is. But yeah, it's on the plans. It wouldn't be too hard to do. Properties pay out every 30 minutes in real life, not in game. I missed the answer to the previous question. Are you using free mode skins or able to save them instead? Yep, we're working on the ability to save them. The emote list be moved below the chat. Yeah, we can do that. All right. Anything else? It seems to be about it. No, you can't free Toko. How? Alright, do you have any other questions for like the community instead of the game specifically? Anything at all, I'll answer whatever I can. Y'all try to keep the chat a little cleaned up here and moderated, self-moderated, and you can ask your question in the TeamSpeak chat, and I'll answer it right now. Or actually, here's what we'll do instead. I'm gonna go down the entire list. All right. So if you have a question that you would like to ask, put -Q at the end of your name, or put Q- in the front of your name in TeamSpeak right now. You have one question to ask and one alone. I'm only doing this once. We'll give everyone their own time. But if you troll me, I'm just instantly gonna mute you. And or kick you from the server. And lock it so you can't get back in.
Or deport you in game.
Alright, so if you have the question, go ahead, set your name in TeamSpeak now with Q- in front of your name, and I will get to it. We'll do this for about, I'll wait for about a minute to start going through them, so go ahead. Anything at all. Anything related to the server or the community. Plans, ideas, etc. I see 4 people so far have a question. 5. Alright, I'm going to start going down. I only see 5 people, so that's all I'm going to be doing, I guess. Alright, Johnny, what you got?
Regarding the emote list, could you move it down slightly below the chat?
I just answered that.
No, you didn't. Did you? I don't know.
Okay,
Yeah.
chat, let him have it. Did I just answer it, yes or no?
I wasn't here, man. I'm sorry. Jeez. Alright, it's a 2-parter.
Nope. I said one question. Too bad. I said one question. Wow. Alright, Michael, say what you got?
Hello?
You're on Whose Line Is It Anyway? Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Hey, first of all, thank you guys for all you do, but the question is, what can we as the player base do to assist in accelerating these improvements and developments so that, you know, we can look forward to more things quickly along the way?
Okay, so report bugs, go through the existing bug reports, make sure that it's not already reported, or if it doesn't have your exact bug, report it in detail. Video evidence, pictures, everything you can. F8 console, all the details you can give us, the better. Give us all the information we need. Give it context. That's a major way you can do it. Anything like that, as far as bug reports. For feature requests, be detailed in your features. Don't give me like pages and pages of it, but give me a paragraph or two about the feature you would like to see or what you think would be good. Well thought out. Don't give me this broken English crap I was looking at in the questions either, because I'll just skip it entirely. I'm not gonna lie. I will completely ignore it. Other than that, if you find game-breaking glitches, money glitches, and you feel like you probably shouldn't report it, you can let staff know. I'll let all staff know now. If you get someone to report this, make sure that you tell me personally, and I will make note of it. Make sure to tell me.
I just told Toko of the one I sent you, so.
Yeah, tell me or Toko so that we can add it onto our list to add on. I'm up more than Toko is a lot of times because he has school and work and whatnot, and sleep, and he's in prison. But still, yeah. And then the last one, unfortunately, all I can say is financially, because the last server bill was $300 something, which is going to be going down this next one, hopefully, when we get everything moved over. But yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be honest. Finances help us a lot when people do help with that. So most of that came out of my pocket to pay for it.
Does that help turn server 3 back on?
No.
Shit.
That's down to player count.
That's only the only reason it's down right now is because of the demand and population, and I think honestly it's mostly down because of that pool error. And I have a feeling most people would agree that they haven't been playing as much lately because of that pool error that's been going on. It's annoying. Now, here's the caveat to it: the only reason we found out about that in the first place is because of people playing. Like, if we didn't have the full servers all the time, we would never have discovered the bug in the first place. So it's like a double-edged sword, literally. But yeah, that's what helps with it. But as soon as I see the queues are high again, I'll put server 3 back on. I want to keep it online, absolutely. But the demand isn't there right now, so it's not online. That's all. We could put, a dozen or 2 dozen servers up, no problem at all, in all honesty. Gee, if you ask the same question I've already answered several times, I swear I'm about to mute you.
Which question?
What you got?
Which question are you talking about?
I don't know.
I refrained from asking the question, never mind.
Easy. Alright.
Oh.
Be him cupcakes, guys, please.
Excuse me. Alright, Sam Morgan, what you got?
Where in the forums would you like for us to post about the Twitch streamer tag for TeamSpeak?
I got this one, Floppy.
Dan!
Basically, all you need to do is go up into the top of TeamSpeak and go to any of the support waiting rooms, whether it be waiting for tags, waiting for the Twitch tag, because there is its own room. A support member knows what to do, and once they have been given the details needed for the Twitch tag, then an admin will be messaged, and your Twitch URL will be added to your description, and you'll get the tag, basically.
Yeah. Okay. Alright. Let's see who's next. Paul, go ahead.
Yeah, it was just about the tow truck thing you were mentioning, Floppy. I missed the last part. You said you had to remove the car from the tow and then impound it, correct?
Yep, to get paid.
Okay, cool. Don't yell at me, I'm sorry. I was sending a text.
I didn't yell at you.
I love you, I'm sorry. I just had to ask. Thank you, Dad.
Wow.
Alrighty then. Alright, so moving along. That appears to be everyone who had a question. So. Alright, so this community meeting will be available on the on my VOD. I'm going to stop the stream so that y'all can easily view it if y'all want to. A audio version will not be made available by myself because I'm lazy. So if someone wants to make their own and distribute it, that's fine. But I'm not even going to lie, I'm too lazy to do it. So, yeah, that's that. I don't know. I don't think there's anything else. I don't think there's anything else we had to talk about, is there? Any staff got anything?
Golf cart.
Great, you
I
got
was going
anything?
to say something to the money glitch. Hold on. Sorry. I'm driving. Doesn't help.
I know you do.
Anyways, for finding these game-breaking glitches or whatever, if you come to us I would be more than happy to do some sort of compensation in game for you finding those issues.
As long as we don't find out that you had previously been abusing it.
Correct. The caveat there is that you can't abuse it to get more.
Yeah, so don't think that we're not gonna check. And it's on a case-by-case basis. It's not guaranteed, so. Dan, you got anything?
No.
Tavis?
Nope, not at all.
Dirt?
Nope.
Morgan?
Nope.
Trevor?
Nope.
Bill?
Nope.
Jag?
No, I'm good.
Hank? Nope. Gat?
I'm good.
Toko? Bruce?
Negative.
Cyber?
Did you just roleplay him struggling to talk through a gag?
Nope, not at all. Gina?
Nope.
Pixie? Scott?
Nope.
Fergus?
Nope.
Sullivan?
If anybody does find a bug and they make a bug report, right when you get the bug, press F8 and print screen.
Yes.
And send that with the bug report. It helps us so much. Makes our job so much easier to fix the bug.
No, I've got nothing. I was on the other side of the room.
Alright. Ruby? Nope. Johnny? Just kidding. Alright. Toko. Toko, do you have anything to say? I assume not, since your microphone is muted. Okay then. So again, make sure that your form profile does have your Steam 64 ID in it, in the profile. It should be annoying you every single page you go to. A few things I will say. Please take things up the chain of command, up the staff. So start at the very bottom with support and everything, junior support. Don't come directly to me for it, because it will annoy me. And I'll be like, look, yo, this could have been a thing that could have been resolved by someone else. Now I'm taking the time out of my development that you complain about not being enough because I don't do the thing that you want me to do because you're directly annoying me instead of taking up the chain of command. Do that properly because it helps out. It really does. Not only does it help out me and all the other staff, but you actually help train them because they're doing their job and they're volunteering to help here. So a shout out to all of our staff who help out here and everything, because it would be very difficult to do this all alone.
And a word on your Steam IDs, it's your Steam ID 64. So the long stream of numbers, not your Steam URL or whatever. I just deleted a bunch that were incorrectly marked on there, so it might annoy you again because you didn't do it right. And I'll be going through it just to double check them all.
Yeah, it starts with like 7, 6, 8, 9 or something like that.
Starts with 7.
I just posted the best way to get your Steam ID.
Yep.
So
it's the easy. Go ahead.
Oh, well, like I said, just go through staff from the very bottom to the top, because you can ask all the veteran staff who've been here a long time. I used to take on almost everything and not let them help with most things, and it was a lot to bear. A lot. and so they're here to help you, and they're here to help me. They're here to help you, help me, etc. Whichever way you want to throw it around.
Y'all are giving me gray hair.
You don't even play anymore. You still want to help out, so I don't know what to tell you.
Whatever. No,
okay?
I've been on like
I have-
every day.
I have not seen you once,
Because I usually get on at like 1 a.m. Central Time.
which is when I'm on.
No, Craig's been on COP a bit.
I guess he's on different servers.
His favorite weapon's the Glock, not the Taser.
It's
So
the
yeah,
weapon that gets pulled out. Okay, I'm sorry.
I don't believe there's anything else that anyone has.
Oh, wait.
Mike,
All those people
your
down there
Steam-
without the registered member tag, make sure you make a forum account if you haven't already, and go up to the support waiting room to get the tag.
Yeah, just link
You
us
said-
your account on the forums, and you'll get the registered member tag.
Yeah, also, Mike, what you were asking about the Steam 64, that comes in great use to staff for a number of things. If you're asking for help for compensation in-game, we can search you via your Steam ID as long as it's linked to your forum account. Whitelisting you, there's a number of things that it comes in use for.
Plus, the queue is going to be moving to it to where it's going to be based on the website, on the forum. You queue up from the forum, it'll be a lot easier. And if you don't have your Steam 64 ID, you won't be able to queue up. So you're going to have to do it.
And it's a public ID too, so don't be worried about us having it.
Yeah, it's not anything to be concerned about.
And everybody needs to have their RP names as their forum names. If it's not, we need to change it.
So yeah, that's it.
Actually, no, there's a good question about that. Sorry. The forum, you get 3 characters, so is it just your main character that you want in the forums, or every time you, what I mean?
I can add additional fields. So let's just say have your main character's name be your display name, and I'll add a couple more fields for you to add an alternate name.
But the Steam 64 ID resolves all those issues.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of them.
I usually
Alright.
just go by their main.
So, again, big shout out to all our staff. It wouldn't be possible without all their help. Or it might be possible, but it'd take a lot longer. Some of it might not be possible. I can't do it all. At all. I'm not that smart. I'm stupid. Toko's helped out a lot with the scripting, a ton. Now we got Sullivan helping out too. We got our web guys creating others. All those that I don't remember to mention at times because I'm stupid and I don't keep track of everything. And then all support, admins and everything who take care of everything and make things run a lot smoother than I can because I can't be up 24/7. So, shout out to WeChan for being the biggest dick that everyone loves. So we'll go ahead and put out an APB out on him for $100,000 wanted alive. That's what you get for trying to give yourself a shout out. If you bring him in dead, it's only 10K. But yeah, I don't think that's it. If you have any questions that you want to ask privately, private message me on the forums and I will address them to you individually.
Wink, wink.
No.
Dang.
Ew.
Other than that, that should be it. I don't believe we had anything else. Does anyone have anything? What you got?
I have a question for Pixie.
Uh-oh.
For Pixie?
She
Oh,
posted
dear
that
God.
delicious pie thing.
Oh, it's a flan.
Yeah. We need a,
Yes.
when we can get there.
What?
Well, come to Florida. I'll make you one, Gina.
No, that's not.
I'll make you as many
You
as
two
you want.
stop. Go get your own little Skype chat or
Gosh.
something. Dear God.
Stab
my
me,
God.
boys and girls.
Okay, so anyway, moving along to where things actually belong.
Okay.
Holy crap. Yeah, that's it. If y'all have any other questions, concerns, hit us up on the forums. Normally I try to keep this a little bit more open, but I wanted to keep it tight because I knew this meeting would go for a long time tonight. So yeah. That's it. Thank you for everyone coming out. We'll try to do this once a month from here on out. Try to have everything organized. We'll have the community questions. We'll always take up the questions a week prior to the meeting. so that if you have them, you have plenty of time to get them addressed or put in. But we'll probably try to keep these meetings a lot quicker and shorter in the future. So what we'll do is we'll have those questions available to you to go ahead and put in, but you need to make sure that you have them in before the meeting. We won't do them in the middle of the meeting anymore. Not very likely, at least. So that's it. Y'all are free to go. Get out of here before we start kicking you all. Thanks again, everybody.
Into that meeting room.
Yeah. Actually, I can just do this. All staff go to the meeting room. Thanks. Bye. Don't idle in here.
I don't know where I'm going yet. Hold on.
All right, guys. I'm stopping the stream because I gotta do the staff meeting now, and I gotta get food and everything. I'll be on later tonight, though. However, so. Y'all have fun. Bye.